Hello guys, I hope this is all okay. It looked like Facebook tried to stop that recording, so I had to start it again. So I am here, it's saying live and record, so I should be here, so I'm gonna crack on. So today, I've been at the a local show today, a craft retail show in Thetford, the Sincerely Yours show, and I was sitting there extremely tired tonight. My feet were killing me and really just could have easily have fallen asleep. But I went outside, got a few bits in to use tonight. I'll unpack the car tomorrow. And I've got a second wind, so we are good to go. So I am really pleased with what I've grabbed off the shelves to show you tonight. So first of all, I'm just going to pop that across because we are on National Friendship Day. And I thought that this was a really good one. Hi, Sharon, Shaz, and hi, Anne. Lovely to see you today, Anne. Long time no see, only just a few hours. So I'm just going to load this up. So that's all about National Friendship Day. I looked online, it started in 1919 and it's kind of evolved a little bit since then. And there is an International Friendship Day as well in July. So I'm going to whiz you across there. So you've got me on the table. I'm going to say I took the blade out of my trimmer today so that everybody scored and didn't cut, and I have a little bleed on here because I picked it up to put it back in and I just grabbed it, and yeah, of course it was sharp. So if you see me sucking on my finger, I'm just trying to get rid of the blood. So that's the first one. So secondly, I wanted to try and find something, what have I got in my sets that I could work through that will depict National Friendship Day. So I have got this one here, bookmark. This one is a new one. I haven't used this. So this is Mediterranean Blooms. It is gorgeous. Now, this is a very apt moment for me to remind you that these papers I'm now going to show you, there is a sale, 15% off, Stampin' Up! Are doing on the Designer Series papers from the 2024 annual catalogue. It starts on the 6th for us. Obviously, depending on your market, it'll be the 6th to the end of the month. All I've been saying today is get in early because I can see lots of people will save their 15% and go in early, and I can see them running out of stocks. I'd like to hope they've kind of like stocked up a little bit more, but just a very quick overview of these. Hi, Anne. There's all of these on here. The yellow is the original price, and you're saving $11.75 is going down to $9.99. Okay, and some more on the back there. I will post this in the page. I'm not necessarily going to say tonight. Depends how quickly I go back into my sleep mode and needing rest. So Mediterranean Blooms, there's some gorgeous sayings in here, so I'm going to leave that one open. We are just going to case a card today, I think, or thereabouts, but I wanted to show you a few bits first from, where did I put the set? Where did I put the stamp set? It was here just now. There we go. So the stamp set. So when I get my stamp set, there's some beautiful sayings on here, by the way. I quickly pop this into the photocopier and I take a copy of those. Okay, so I've done that already. I'm going to grab my trimmer and I just want to quickly run through how I store and do my stamps. So I'm just going to pop this in here, trim it down with my very sharp blade, run it through that way. So just cut off the excess paper. Okay, I'm going to leave the line in the middle and I'm just going to fold it over. So I want that one about there, just so you cut off all that excess. Why I do this is because if you misplace a die, it's very easy to do. If you misplace one, then you know which piece you're looking for. So I fold this over like so, and I pop this in the front of my stamp case, just under the back there, like so. So I know that I've got them all in there. Okay, so then we've got the dies that were in here. I haven't mounted my stamps yet, so I need to do that as well. I'll only mount what we need. So then over on here, I've got a piece, my magnetic sheets that I get. I do get these off Amazon because they deliver right to my door and it doesn't waste me fuel and wasted mileage and polluting the country, because he's going past my door anyway. So I get these. They're slightly thicker than normal. So what I do is look at the size of my piece that's in the box already. These ones do fit inside. So I cut this off here. Okay, I cut that one across. I'm left with a little piece. I use that for scraps for other things. Then this piece that's left down here, the rest of my sheet, I then cut in two. Okay, so half of our A4 is 10.5. So I cut that into 2. So that's what I've already done for you because I've had another set. So this has got 2 pieces here, 2 lots of dies. So I'm going to put that onto those 2 pieces. They are a little bit smaller than what's on here, but it shouldn't matter too much because I think I can get those on there and get some more at the bottom. So I'm just going to grab my black card. Tried to remember everything and didn't succeed. So a piece of black card, and I'm going to cut this down to the width of this. So this is, use my mat here, 17.5 centimetres. So if I cut this down this way to 17.5, obviously however you do inches, you just work out your inches accordingly as well. Hi Maxine, and hi Angela. Zena, hello. The show was brilliant, and Zena, yes, and lovely to see you, lovely to catch up. Caught up with lots of people, which is where the friendship piece came from. We have had quite a ball today. It's been a good laugh, and we've seen lots of old and new customers, so it's been good. Sorry, I'm getting all turned out here. So these are adhesive backed. I like these ones because they're that thicker. They are 0.85 thickness, so they are strong magnets. I've had far too many in my time and they just fall off, and it's really not worth it because they don't do the job. So it's worth paying that little bit more and getting them a little bit better quality. So I'm just going to place this on here, just into the corner. I have a little bit overhang there, so just place that on there. When I'm happy that it's straight-ish, I don't know if that card's straight or whether I didn't cut this one when I did it last time. And then I'm going to pull the rest of that sheet off. Okay, so that's one piece down. Doesn't matter if it's hanging over a little bit, it's just for our use. It doesn't have to be 100%. So then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to run along here. Okay, like so. And then I'm going to fold it on that bone folder there. This is not straight, is it? So I'm going to try and make this straight, and then work this along here. Okay, we're kind of making an extra line. I'll have to get the big guillotine and chop this off in a sec. So then what I like to do is put this one wherever that crease line is. I'm going to put this a little bit beside it. Okay, I don't think when I cut this the other day, I really don't think that was very straight, so I've probably not made it easy for myself. So I'm going to do the same, just take that off like partially like so, and then lay this one beside. Okay, what we're doing is making a little folder. Okay, so again, I'm just going to pull that one off, keeping it kind of in line with the one that was there. Okay, and then I'm going to bone folder this side, so I'm going the other side of the edge of the magnet. Okay, and then I'm going to roll this one over. Okay, so you're making that little folder. Okay, I'm going to crease that. So you're making like a little book. So it's not straight, but I am going to just literally go to a big heavy duty guillotine. I've got just over here. It's a very big old one. I inherited this from somebody else, but it is jolly handy when you need to chop. Okay, so that will chop through the magnet as well. And then this one, take that edge off. There. I wouldn't suggest cutting with our Stampin' Up paper trimmer. I would not cut through a magnet. It won't do it. You will ruin your blades. You probably ruin the machine because it just cannot cope. You could do this with a knife and a craft mat. Okay, so that's those cut off. There we are, all nice and square. So there's our little folder. So these will go in here. This one is very easy. You've got an outside. I'm going to raise that up to the top. You've got your middle piece. The adhesive they use on here is really, really strong. So try not to bend them as you get them off. This frame on its own is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so that one's going to come inside there. Then the little one inside. There you are. Yes, Rhonda, I think that was a little bit of a false start. It tried to cancel. It came up and it flashed up and then it went. So I had to just rejig a little bit. So that will go in my recycling later. And then these ones can just come across as well. Okay. I'm going to put a little number in that corner. I'm going to get my Dymo printer. I'll do that off air, but I just get my Dymo printer and put a number in the corner there, and that tells me how many are in the die set here. So when I put my glasses on and I can read it, it's very faint. There are 15 dies in this set, so I'll just cut the number 15 and pop that in the corner. And then again, if I count them in every time I put them away, and I am literally quite anal about that. I don't like to lose a die, so I do count them in, count them out. Okay, so these, like I say, this adhesive on here, the tape is so strong. Please don't bend your dies. They don't have to sit in exactly the same place, as long as they are all going on there somewhere. Okay, put that one up there. Oh, you're so late. You're not late, don't worry. You can always watch it, catch up. This is just prepping your stamps when you get a brand new set. So that's recycling. That can go on the floor over there, and I'll take those through. So then when I get the Dymo printer out, I would just recycle. Now I've moved these up. They are so strong that when you want to get them off, sometimes I move them. I have to get the spatula underneath just to move them down. Okay, so I'll get that more in the middle, just because I like it to be lined up. So it just helps you if you've got something just to leave it underneath there, because like I said, they do what it says on the tin. I've got this one trapped in the middle there, so we just wanted to... That was the magnets fell on the floor, don't worry. Nothing valuable. There we go. So that's my dies ready to use now, and I will just let them live in here and in the stamp set. Okay, in here. So this is a good one to recap, just to share with you how to mount your stamps. If I work out which one I'm going to use first, I do want to do the greetings, so we can have a choice of greetings tonight for the friendship theme. Yes, I really do feel that Stampin' Up! Is such a fabulous community for having lots of friends. You've got stamping friends, and they are like family members, really. We've got lots of people. We were hugging lots of people today and just catching up, and some we hadn't seen for ages, and others we only saw yesterday. It's just really good. So Stampin' is a really good community to have your friendships. So there's one. So what I'm doing here, I'm just racing ahead really, but there is on one side of the packaging excuse me, there is a break in these, like so. So you just peel those off. Okay, you find the word, if it's a symmetrical pattern like this one was, just make sure that you're going the right way round, so your sentiment, when you peel this off, your sentiment is the right way round when you use it. There's nothing worse than having something that's upside down. So this one, I can see that the text there is going to fit in that shape. So I put my finger on one end and then just pop that in there and just press on it. Okay, I haven't got my blocks out yet, so my blocks, I just rub it on the back there just to press it on the bigger ones. Oh, you know what I've done in my hurry? I didn't pull the backing off, did I? That might help. You do have to pull the backing off first. There we go. And stick it on there, and then that one's ready to go as well. Okay, so that's there, and the third one is here. It's a tiny one. No, that's not it. We've got another one on there. We've got another one here. Look. Okay. So the reason I'm using this set as well is because mainly because of the words. They were the first ones I came to that I wanted to use. This is a hello. So again, we peel the backing off. I'm glad that doesn't work on the other way around now, so you can't actually stick it together the wrong way. Just find that shape and press on there and just push it down like so. Then this one, I really can't find, it's in here, look, it's going across. Yes, it's a good use of the stamps, yeah, the dies, sorry, going in your stamp cases. It's just the best, because even if they don't necessarily match up. I've got a set, the one I used last live, it's the Greetings of the Season. Now those stamps and the dies can be totally separate. I said to a customer today, you don't have to have both if you just want the dies. There's never any compulsion to have the whole bundle if you don't want to. So these ones I'll do later. I'll choose what we're going to use for now, but I am thinking I might just go for the papers. So let's have a quick look at the papers. These are one of the ones on the sale list. So this is, I don't think I've had these out of the packet yet. There we go. Mediterranean blooms, these are. So on that sale price, these are all $11.75 down to $9.99. So there are 2 sheets of this one. So we've got the big, bold, they are Mediterranean feel to them. In fact, I was with Jackie today and she said how she was going to get these now just because of the holiday that they've just had. So this is lemons, purely lemons. And on the back, you've got the blues. Okay. And then this one is really dainty. If you didn't know better, they could be little daffodils, but they're not. And the back on that one is a smaller blue design. Then these ones are the ones that you can die cut out, I think. So we'll find those out in a sec. So I'm not colouring or painting tonight because I wanted to show you how to mount. Just as a little refresher, really. This is more like a tile effect, which is really nice. So those ones, we'll leave one sheet out because we might use that one. Then we go on to the oranges. Okay, we've got the same in the orange design as the lemons. So, and on the back of that one, we've got a small, it's a little diamond sort of type pattern in there with the dot in the centre. Really lovely. And then this one with the oranges. Okay, the orange individual blooms. So I think they will be die cut. So I'm going to leave one of those out as well. Pop the rest of those over there out of sight. And then what colours? I've got yellows over here, so I've got some yellow cardstock, so I'm going to go back to this. So I've shown you how to mount these. I'm just going to move them out of sight at the moment because I'm going to use one. I don't know which one yet. Okay, probably this one. You're the best kind of person, because our friends are, aren't they, the friendships. So they can be mounted later. So for my dies, I've made my nice little book here. I'm going to take this and line this up. Maybe this is a bigger one. That might be the orangey one. I think that might be a different one. Let's get those off there. So this one's going to go there. Nope. Oh. Oh. I was sure that these are lined up. Someone who's got this set, someone tell me what I'm doing wrong. See, there's a stem there. That's a short stem. It's not that one, is it? Let's take the orange sheet. Here's a long leaf. That's it. That's going to be that one. So maybe it's just, I'll spend some time trying to work this one out. But I think these are the 2 designs, aren't they? So the lemons aren't actually die cut. Okay, that's not a problem because I can cut these ones out and grab some orange card. So you know me, I'll have these fussy cut at some point. So I take my big scissors with the magnet on, get rid of that. And then I'm just going to come in and see where I can waste the smallest amount in the corners. So that one will go there. And then this one will go there. So if I come through here, I'm just going to rough cut this round this design. This is one of the times that I would not cut this into quarter sheets or panels, because if you want to die cut your images, then you don't want to have them in bits because you'll waste too much off the edges. Okay, so that's that one. As always, I'm going to rough cut these off here as well, only because when I put my plates on, my cutting plates will probably scratch the surface. If you've got lots of cutting lines on your plates, then you will find that they will mark it. So that's going to go on there. Those little pieces I put in the little bag inside. I give myself a little small Ziploc every single packet of paper I use now because of that. And then this one I'm going to do next door to it, and that's here. Okay, these are truly gorgeous. They really are. And if anyone's going to the Mediterranean on holiday, you might want to stock up and get a pack like I said, Jackie said she was going to get because of her holiday she's just had. And obviously I've been over to Portugal, and there's lots of lemons and oranges there as well, and the blue China as well. So that's those. I have got my machine here. Let's cut those out. So I've got some nice pretty clean plates on here as well. So my blue tape could be anywhere. So we're just going to use the little piece of Scotch tape that's on here. I start with the stem. If there's a stem, I always aim there first. So you want that one lined up. Get the next nearest kind of like to it. And then check everything else has dropped into place, which it has. So pop that on there. And we'll cut that one through. There we go. So that one's out. Get rid of those pieces into the bin. Okay, peel this off. I really was pleased. I found my glass mat. I don't know if I said that on the last live. I lost my foot and it was wobbling. I managed to find it, so that was really good. So the hot glue gun came out and it went back on a tree. So if you do lose one, do go look for it. Two. Put that out of the way. That little piece of tape on there, and this one out. There we go. So that's our two pieces. I'll pop them away later. Just hope we don't have a landslide. So when I said about the yellows, I've got lemon lolly here, and that's kind of good colour in there. I've got the greens here, the garden green. They're two of the colours that are listed on the back. I'd like to use one of those blues in the background. So let's take you back to the catalogue and see what we've got in here that we might like to do. This one is just one design on the front there. That's quite nice. And that's just taking out that shape. So let's try for that. We're going to take out that shape with the small pieces. You know what? It's going to be front and back. This one here. Could be. I'm going to go slightly different. I'm going to use this one. So this is the back of the paper that we're actually using here. She says, where she put the other piece? This piece. Okay. Oh, picked up one of my greetings. There we go. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use a Night of Navy card. So we'll put those to one side. Night of Navy's here. As I said, I haven't unpacked all of my equipment yet from the day. And the big stuff's staying in the car overnight. So I just need to grab a block. So there's one for later, and then one we'll use now. So lining up the corners, bone fold the edge. Then we want to cut a piece of this to just slightly smaller than our card. Okay, so we're going to cut a piece to go through there. So let's just grab the dies again. It doesn't matter on the direction, so I can't get it out that way, so I'll go this way along. Okay, and just coming off here, roughly cut around that shape, and then we'll run that through as well. So there we go. I will keep it straight just to make sure it's not on the It's a nice way just to case a card in the catalogue. It's a nice way to just christen your set. It's made me get the dies out, the stamps out. I will mount the rest of them before I leave the studio. So that can go back in there on my magnet. So this is now going to go on the front here. So it's got that lovely stitch edging all the way around. We've got a few dies like that at the moment. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take my Tombow, and then adhere this one all over. A piece of scrap there. It's awful having to cover this up, isn't it? The trouble with all our lovely quality papers, I don't want to put it over the thing over the back of it. So I'm going to go a small gap either side and top and bottom. There we go, up a little bit. There we go, that one's going to go on there. So the next one I'm going to pop on foam pads. So we're going to use this one here, I think. It's going to be the big image. Now I think I have my tweezers. I have my tweezers. And I have some large dimensionals kicking around. In here. Got to start a new packet. We got through quite a lot today, so I don't need those ones anymore. Get those out of the way. I've turned this one over, and like I say, we've got the back of the card now. I'm taking those off as I go. I'll slide off. Okay, just in some of those bigger areas. Up here. There's a couple of little pieces in the middle there, but that can be good for using the snips. And just snip out those edges here. So I'll just snip a couple of those out. Okay, and then I'll just put one at either side of those holes there. Just supports it, you don't want it to sag in the middle. Okay, so all of those bits are out of the way. Just shift them off there. And then we will find which way up we'd like that. I kind of want it up there. I did rush this a little bit, getting it onto the card. They've actually gone for a straight up stem. I might just go slightly off straight. And in the centre. That one I can use on another card, so that will go in my envelope, my bag. So I'm going to take a little piece of scrap. Excuse me, croaky. I've got some basic white here. You know I love my scraps. And I will find a little piece in there that's going to do my greeting. So I think I like this one. You're the best kind of person. So I think that might go nicely on there. So let's move that one. Just need to grab a block. I haven't got one on the table currently. So let's see where I've stashed them away. That'll do nicely. I did grab my Night of Navy ink pad somewhere. So I pulled everything out. Just pop that on there for now. It's definitely on the table. There it is. Hiding under the papers. So there we go. Night of Navy. Does putting your dies in down or face up make any difference? Oh, it does. Yes, absolutely it does. Let me just grab those back again. If you put them, I'll put them back in the right places now because I did have them in there earlier. If you put them just in the individual ones wherever we had them to start with, just trust me, these all went in here. I can't remember which way I went. Like that? I don't know. I can't remember where I put them. Okay, let's just, for instance, I'm just going to wipe those out of the way. So there's my die. If you're placing this die on here, first of all, I'm just going to poke that out because if you don't do it when you see them, when you next come to cut that, you will find there's some paper in there. You just need to poke that out from the other side and get that out of the way, wherever it's gone. So when this is attached down, you've got a nice big flat area here onto the magnet, so it will keep it more secure. If you put it the other way, you've only got the cutting edge, the little tiny blade here. That is the only piece that is going to touch that. It's not going to be very big at all. It kind of holds it, but it's only that edge, the sharp cutting edge, is going on there. And I don't kind of want that. I want it to be a good, secure fit. So I always put them on the backing first. There's my little bit from earlier. So I hope that makes sense. It does make sense. Something like this one, when you've just got the frame, it's quite flimsy, but you've got the whole of this width onto your magnet instead of that little cutting edge. Okay, so I think that hopefully that has answered your question, but it's a good question. Thank you for that. So I'm just tap on here, and I'm going to stamp that one on there. Okay, this is Night of Navy, as I said, so that's the same colour as our card. Can go under there. So what have I got? Do I want to put a chunk like that? I don't want a big fat lump on here, so what I'm going to do is just trim around that one, pop that in there. I'm just going to quickly fussy cut that. If you want to, you can cut it with your guillotine and go straight, but because I've got stems at the bottom here, I'm just going to whiz round there, bring it up to the camera. So I'm literally in the heel of my scissors, I'm just pivoting it with this hand, just going round like so. I haven't fussy cut recently on air, so I'm just whizzing round, and I'm using this heel to control it and cut where I want. When you get to the end, cut a piece off, it makes it a bit lighter. Sometimes I do it like the orange peel. You try and peel an orange all in one piece, but mostly I cut them off. So you come up there, and then keep going back to the heel as soon as you get to the nib. Just whiz it round there, and come around and up, round the words at the top. You're always moving down the heel as you move along the blade. I know I make it look easy. I do a lot of fussy cutting. So you're just whizzing it round and come around that. I try to leave them all with curly edges, curved, so that they're rounded edges instead of sharp, straight pieces. But that now, when I put that on here, it's going to make it look a lot kinder instead of a big piece of white. Because if I cut a rectangle with that, it wouldn't look as nice. There's some holes in there, so I kind of naturally want to cover those. You could put that wherever you wanted it. You could put that, literally place that anywhere. It could go there, it could go over the holes. I think I'm going to put it there. And I am going to give this by hand, so I'm going to put some more pads on here. So put one there and one more of this. I don't really need a big one. Let's snip that and take a little one. I can't remember who it was, but somebody once said to me that they use all the outer bits before they get to the middle. I'd love to be that person. Okay, because I always get the little tatty bits left at the end and they're awkward. There we go, and there is our little card. Okay, nice and quick and easy once we've mounted all the stamps. And I can see me doing a lot more. Oh, hi Joy. You're welcome. It'll be there on playback, won't it? So I've got a few gems here. I don't want to get up again and go and get more equipment, so I'm just going to find some small gems. If, of course, you know that you can... There's some small ones. These are the clear rhinestones. You can colour these with your Stampin' Blends, so they're really nice with those. Let's move that up out of the way, it's going to fall off. And I like the medium ones on here, so I'm just going to dot a few round just to give it a bit of sparkle. Kind of something like that. Oops, that one slid. Come back. And then I might put 5 on here because it's quite busy. Put one in, go on, turn over. One in the plain bit so you can see that there is some gems on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. There we go. Try not to dither too long with your cards. You're well late. Don't worry, Gillian, it's fine. I will talk through the mounting your dies and how I store them on magnet, except just putting the little Dymo print in the corner with the number of dies there are. And this is just a quick virtual case of the catalogue. So it was just a quick one just to show how I store and things like that. But it is National Friendship Day, so this is "You're the best kind of person," and I think that's a really nice saying. So I would just grab a piece of white. I haven't got any white with me. I'd grab some white. In fact, we could do lemon, couldn't we? I have lemon. Let's take a piece of lemon and then an odd cut of the so it's totally finished. Do it all in one go. It doesn't have to be a white liner. So I'm going to do 13, 8, by 9.5. That'll be my liner. Because it's a pale colour, we can write on that. And then I'm going to take a little slither of this one. I had a little piece of that blue somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, I'm just going to take a piece off here. This is the smallest edge, and I can get a little piece on there to go across. So if I turn it over, it's going to give me the straight edge that I need to cut along here. Slither that off there and use this piece. There we go, and it brings the theme through from the front to the back. And I'm just going to roughly cut that. Oops. In fact, if I hold it up, I can go straight. There we go, straight with the edges of the paper. That will go in my scrapbooks. Okay, so we'll get that one down. Tweezers again. Put that on there. And I like to use my mat here or my grid paper, line this up on a straight line and then decide which line you'd like above it. So I'm going to put that one there and then it's going to be there. So this is straight and I'm doing that dark line there, and it just needs to go up as tad to that end. There we go, it's on that line and then just press it gently. Okay, and I can do this on the back. A little bit of Tombow. And in the card. Okay, and because it's a light colour we can still write on there as well. There we go, there's our card finished. Okay, so it's quick, nice, quick and easy one. The images in the catalogue are so gorgeous, they really are. Look, we've just done this one, we've just used a different sentiment. Okay, so the sentiments on there, we're just checking in. Hello, the little hello there, that's been stamped and heat embossed. Then you've got the one we've got there, and then all the best. All the love, sorry. So some lovely phrases. That's going to go in my cut pieces. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that tonight. Don't think you'll catch me Wednesday. Oh, wow, lovely. Enjoy. Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, that's good. So anyway, I'll pop a photo of this and I'll update the cover tomorrow on the YouTube side. Okay, and we've got some on both sides today. We've got reds and blues on the screen. So I'll bring you back to me, pop you across. Just say thank you very much for joining me. And sorry, I'm a bit 2 and 8. I've got bags all over the floor there. I've just dumped and taken out what I needed for tonight. So anyway, I will see you on Wednesday. I think I should be here Wednesday. And I'll see what I can bring you next time. I might actually do something else with this same set to keep a bit of continuity through the week. And maybe use the lemons instead. Okay, so I might have some pre-cut pieces.